The race for the Heisman Trophy is underway. Recently, the talk over the country is who will win the Heisman in December. Here we have Garrett and Dianna. So if we had to pick today, who would your choice be? Starting with Garrett.
My pick would be Deshaun Watson, a junior quarterback for the Clemson Tigers. Watson was Clemson's very first Heisman Trophy finalist in 2015. Watson led the Clemson football team to an undefeated 12-0 regular season and ranking them at #1 in the polls. After leading his team to the ACC Championship and a stellar performance, Watson received the ACC Championship Game MVP award. Watson took his team to the national championship, setting a record for most total yards in a national championship history. Watson had an outstanding 2015 football season, and if he improves this year and exceeds his stats from last year, my top Heisman pick would have to be Deshaun Watson.
Well guys, today my Heisman pick is Stanford junior running back Christian McCaffrey. His campaign for Heisman started last season after Stanford's win in the Rose Bowl game. He was second in rushing yards out of the entire NCAA, and today he stands first with 436 yards. This is because Stanford's offense doesn't really pass the ball much, but instead they focus and revolve their plays around Christian McCaffrey. When they occasionally do throw the ball and they do give it to McCaffrey, after the play's finished, people can't help but think, hey, this guy has the potential to be a wide receiver in the NFL. To me, McCaffrey reminds me of Danny Woodhead and Shane Beery. He's undervalued and overlooked because I believe he has the all-around game to be able to play on every down. The only reason McCaffrey won't win the Heisman is because he plays in the Pac-12, whereas voters are spending their entire Saturdays watching SEC and ACC games, and the Pac-12 is in a different time zone. But Tank, tell us, who is your Heisman pick?
My Heisman pick would be sophomore sensation from the University of Louisville, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, he scored 5 touchdowns on a national championship contender team, which was Florida State. Come on now, we're talking about Lamar Jackson, who scored 7 touchdowns against Marshall. Oh, we're talking about Lamar Jackson, who has 25 touchdowns in 4 games. Nobody has done this since 2000. There's nothing else to say about this man. This man has a quarterback rating of 160. Tell me what quarterback is competing against this sophomore sensation? Let alone he's the top 5 rushing quarterback with among all running backs in the nation.
Well, one thing's for sure, all 3 of these athletes have potential to win this Heisman Trophy award. Thanks for watching.